Should a note investor do their own tax returns? If you want to hear my opinion, check out this video. Welcome back, everybody. I am Chris 70 with 70 Mortgage Note Investments, where we provide you sage advice to empower you to take control of your future financial independence through mortgage note investing. So today I want to talk about bringing a CPA onto your team in note investing. And many people don't bring on a CPA, and I want to discuss it. Is it needed? Is it not? It's really an opinion-based decision that people can do or not do. There's no right or wrong answer, honestly. For me, I believe you do need a CPA on your team. Whether you've got 1 note, 5 notes, 10 notes, 100 notes, I don't think it matters. I think when you start running your note investing business, it should be treated like any other business. And if you look at all the small businesses out there in the world, the majority of them who are doing it right and succeeding are bringing a CPA on board as part of their team. And some of the reasons why I recommend a CPA is, there's the black and white component of anything that, it's either yes or no, very simple. But then there's the component of the gray areas and how do you interpret those? For example, I've bought software that costs about $20,000 for my note investing business. Is that a depreciating asset, or can I take it as a one-time expense? What is considered a one-time expense versus an depreciating asset? I don't know. That's where I let them decide and let them come up with it. So if I was ever audited, they can explain that. But that's just one example of many in regards to your tax returns that could occur. I don't know the tax code. Last time I checked, I think it's several, feet thick. Who knows? But something that I'm not an expert in, and I strongly recommend people rely on the experts, especially when it starts dealing with the federal government from that perspective and at the state level. So that's my opinion on why you need a CPA. Now, how do you select a CPA? It's a great question, and one that's very important because you want, again, somebody who's familiar with notes. Note investing is a small niche, and there's not a lot of people experiencing this. There are some good CPAs out there that focus on real estate and, more importantly, focus on notes. And those are the ones you want to work with. You don't want to just find any CPA who can understand this. For example, my wife and I, we use 2, because we have a little more complex because of my wife's position and her taxes, but we use 2, one who's specific to understanding my wife's tax returns, and then we file jointly, but also one that understands my note business. So what we do is I have one handle the business, rolls everything up, gets to at a point, then hands a baton off to the other CPA who finalizes the returns. Now that's a little more complex and you probably need to have it, but if you have a CPA already, ask them, hey, do you understand this? Or can I have somebody else take care of this? Get it to a point of, okay, we know how to put it now on your Schedule C or wherever you're putting it in your taxes, and then take it from there. But I strongly recommend you do bring somebody on to do that. It's a small expense, typically under $1,000 to do, which it's money, but if you want to truly grow your business, you want to make sure you have the right players in place. And that's why I recommend the CPA. Share your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Do you think it's worth the expense, or do you think nobody looks at your tax returns? I don't know, but I'd love to hear your feedback. Also feedback on who you may use, people you refer from that perspective, or ways the CPA may have helped you in the note business to share some of these other stories of the importance of having a CPA on board. So make sure, click the subscribe button below and check out our other videos that we have. Also make sure to listen to the Good Deeds Note Investing podcast and check out our membership site, 70investments.com/join. And as always, everybody, go out and do some good deeds.